Hello and welcome back to Webcast News. Let's get started. And so for today I've chosen to talk about one thing because it has kind of, literally blown up over yesterday and today, and that is the fighting in Ukraine. Now you may remember last week that leaders from Ukraine, Russia, France and Germany all came together in Belarus to sign a peace treaty and get to an agreement to end the fighting. Now this was apparently successful at the time. Everyone signed it, including the pro-Russian rebels, to end the fighting with a ceasefire beginning last Sunday. However, pro-Russian rebels have completely thrown that treaty out the window and have carried on attacking Ukraine. Heavy weaponry was supposed to be moving out of Ukraine either yesterday or today, and none of that has happened. And the fighting that has been happening over yesterday and today is for the Ukrainian town in eastern Ukraine called Debaltseve. Now the pro-Russian rebels want to take over this town because it is in between two major cities that they have control of, which are Donetsk and Luhansk. It was being reported that they had ambushed Ukrainian forces and captured them during the night, and this has been basically confirmed by the Ukrainian Defense Military. And this morning, President Petro Poroshenko of Ukraine has said, "This morning, the Ukrainian armed forces, together with the National Guard, completed an operation for a planned and organised withdrawal from Debaltseve. As of now, we can say that 80% of our units have left." Now this is basically what the pro-Russian rebels wanted, because this means that they can now basically walk into the town of Debaltseve and just take it. And they have a very big link between two major cities that they have control of now. So they are slowly gaining more and more control of Ukraine. However, initial reports were saying that the forces were encircled and trapped in the town, but President Poroshenko has come out and said that this was not the case and that the forces have been able to leave the town with weaponry and ammunition. And it is also stated that of the 2,000 Ukrainian troops in the town, 30 are injured, with Ukraine once again accusing Russia of arming the pro-Russian rebels, but Russia coming out and saying again that they are not arming them. One of the really stupid things that comes out of this is that the pro-Russian rebels are trying to say that they are still on the treaty because they're saying that the treaty does not apply to the town of Debaltseve. Well, it's in Ukraine and you're taking it. I think it applies. And a final comment from President Poroshenko was for him to lay into Russia, as he said, "These actions have confounded Russia, which only yesterday demanded that Ukrainian soldiers lay down their arms, raise the white flag and surrender." And now these reports came out late yesterday, so I didn't get to talk about it in my video yesterday, but they were from Russian President Vladimir Putin, who in a weird way was apparently trying to get the safety of Ukrainian soldiers. He said that he hoped Ukrainian leaders would find it in them to give up the town of Debaltseve to keep the safety of their forces, and he also hoped that the pro-Russian rebels would allow Ukrainian soldiers who have been captured to go back to their families once Ukraine gave up the town. When talking about the Ukrainian leadership, he also went on to say, "If they aren't capable of taking that decision themselves and giving that order, then I hope that they won't prosecute people who want to save their lives and the lives of others." Now, from that, I think it's a very confusing statement, because what it seems like he's trying to say is that he has no control over the pro-Russian rebels. He can't tell them what to do. But he also wants the town and Ukraine to give up, but he also wants the safety of Ukraine. So it's a very confusing statement. And finally on this, the US and the UN have made statements saying that they are gravely concerned about what is going on and how quickly this treaty has been broken. So, as this is the only story I'm going to talk about, this will have the question of the day on it. And it's a pretty simple question. What do you make of this whole situation? What do you make of how quickly the treaty's been broken? What do you make of Russia denying any links with the pro-Russian rebels? leave your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. And with that, that is the end of today's video. If you do want to hit that like button, please do. Hit the subscribe button as well. And as always, thanks for watching.